This is the PCIJ, the Philippine Center for Investigative Journalism, broadcasting from Manila.
It's really a question of faith. No? What is your conscience asking you to do? I could just relax and have a nice life, but I could run for mayor or congressman and I could win it. But because we are pushing for principles and platforms that are necessary for our country, we are going to go the extra mile to push it. That's why we're here. Maling-mali yun, maling-mali. At ang hamon ko sa lahat ng tumatakbo, nagagawin ko rin, i-waive nila Bank Secrecy Act, their rights under the Bank Secrecy Act. I'm willing to do that. It's a continuing waiver until 2016. My wife and I, no? And it's my own simple way of supporting the trust of governments for transparency and accountability. And it's my incentive to be honest. And so that's a radical move. Huh? Well, according to some, it's 5 billion. According to some, it's 500 million. But to ang Kapatiran party, we will stick to what the law allows. We will not campaign more than the law allows, which is I think 2 pesos or 3 pesos per voter. Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway, wala naman kaming ganung pera. But our machinery and our campaign kitty is a work in progress. Just because mahirap isulong yung pamumulitika namin, yung bagong pamumulitika namin, hindi dapat kami mawala ng pag-asa. Very strict is the party's rule that no money should come out of candidates' pockets. Very strict. The candidates are sacrificing themselves already. This is a big sacrifice. So, ang partido ang gagastos ng lahat. I think that's more than enough. You know, when you have so much money, I think that's a problem. No? For example, you have 1 billion. How will you budget that? Where will you allocate that? I think it's so easy to just flood the electorate with money. The difficult part, which is needed in our society, is for candidates to really educate people. Though it's hard to go around the country planting the seeds of principles and platform to really attain the reforms we want. I'm not really privy to that. Ako mismo, I don't ask for money. It's really the party who does that. They have their own campaign, fundraising committee. But it is a different kind of... We for example, auction little stuff. We had our own fundraising where, like a simple painting from my wife, no, which has a nationalistic twist. Isang grandmother na may hawak-hawak na anak na both of them hawak yung bandila ng Pilipinas, yun in-auction namin. We got 100,000 for it. I have a caricature way back 1995. A friend of mine gave it. Caricature of me with the seal of the President of the Philippines. Way back we auctioned it. We got 100,000 for it. New methods, new fervor in engaging in politics. And that's what ang Kapatiran offers. Nowhere in the world probably could you find the kind of politics we are doing. That's the beauty. That's the beauty. I don't spend for myself, and the party does not engage in transactions such as that. We really appeal to the people. We sell the platform and the principles, hoping that they would accept it and they would have that social heart, that social concern to see. We would go through great lengths to push this. Now, if that's the case, then rule out campaign contribution from San Miguel. They have their own bata from PAGCOR or whatever. Pero kami, hindi kami umaasa doon. I know it's wild, but we really do not rely on such money, and we go the hard way. We really tell the people, we plant the seeds. Yun yung mahirap. Well, first of all, we're not in power. Secondly, we don't agree with that because that's one-upmanship. Just because you're in power, you're going to use the state resources. Thirdly, since we are advocating a new kind of leadership in politics, where we do not encourage people running again, but just simply raising new leaders and getting out of politics, then it doesn't make sense to us. It's irrelevant. We want to abolish it. Bring it to the line agencies to implement it. Yeah, I poured out my heart, and that heart is the platform and principles of ang Kapatiran. Now, if the people still do not vote for me, then they shall have missed the boat. Wala na. Then I shall have lived a very meaningful life. I loved my country. I did this, though very, very difficult.